Interpretation of the 5:13 to 9:49 a.m. dream on Wednesday, the 22nd of July, 2015. To interpret my dream, an Eckes might turn to chapter 4 of Talons of Time by Paul Twitchell. The Two-Headed God. The might look on pages 61 through 63 and say, "You visited the mosque of Sukshan and were pressed along with its pilgrims." They might think I walked upon the mystic lake of Niranjan without fear, but was forbidden to swim in it for the mystical powers that I would have gained. The Eckankar interpretation may be that the mountain was the mountain of light, the home of Kal Niranjan, timeless, blameless, ruler of the astral realm. The entire hierarchy can be seen as one God by those not committed to believe as instructed. The great evil God of this universe, end quote. Oh. The home of Kal Niranjan. Okay, the more of that was a quote than I realized. God is timeless and blameless. God is God over all. I'm not part of this cosmic dualism that makes Satan and even his minions out to be gods and goddesses. You know, they're certainly treated as such. St. Paul was wrong in 2 Corinthians 4:4. Satan is not the god of this earth. The hair would be the etheric plane of intuition. And Satan's not the god of this time either. The hair would be the etheric plane of intuition. The head would be the causal plane of memory. My top right would be the mental plane of mind. The top left would be the soul planes, our soul and spirit. The bottom right would be of the astral plane of emotions. My bottom left quarter would be of the physical plane of senses. My head and hair being separate from my body is of vairagi, our detachment, or the way of separation. Ek, or ek, EK, or ECK, here means spirit or oneness. Flying, to be in the center of the castle, represents spiritual exaltation as I fortify myself upon a goal, which is my perfecting. The gold castle is a sign that I am to perfect how I manifest on all sides. The mountain is the difficulty in achieving sometimes. Bornite or peacock ore is said to be a symbol of healing, change, recognition of negative energies, protector of women, transformation, living in the moment, variety, separation of mental and emotional, and joy. How is it fitting to dream a symbol of the how fitting it is to dream a symbol of the outer and of the ability to recognize evil after Ramadan and al-Itikaf of 1436 or 2015. Like the flying can be said to be intellectual ability, walking on water can be said to be self-mastery of emotions. And the Ramadan, there's a Ramadan playlist, there's Itikaf, and yeah. Walking water can be said to be self-mastery or of emotions. The lake is of the feminine, and the mountain is of the masculine. Being an unmarried man who has lived a life of chastity, I have not been permitted to certain mysteries, and I have not taken to them unlawfully. I know as a male that in a sense I have no feminine side, and I have built upon my masculinity as such. Being autistic, my opioids are at higher levels and have the capability of being at higher levels than most. If the lake is the collective unconscious, my social skills are not like others when it comes to understanding things in the terms of others as well. Anyways, the lake seems to be the mysteries passed over, while the mountain seems to be the mysteries explored for the sake of the flawless or Niranjan. Life and death, fear and hope, love and hate, and all realms of duality are ways in which we in the lower worlds know God, and we shouldn't project limits nor forms upon God as we understand these things. What is the blessing of God? What do the colors of the pilgrim mean? The alchemical message of the colors of the form I took can be said to be as follows. Purple is spirit passive, orange is spirit active, yellow is intellectual and all things air, red is will and all things fire, blue is the emotions and all things water, green is the material and all things earth. I absorb color in the collective, yet strive I myself. I am separate and aloof, yet one of the crowd of devotees. Hugh, 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 Vane, 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 Mana, Mana, Mana.